All right, friends. Hello. I am back. I took a little break. It's me, the Cozy Representative. Happy to see you. Happy New Year's Day. Drinking a little coffee. Welcome to 2025. Here we are. We made it. Hope everyone had a safe New Year's and a safe holiday. I'm happy to see you. I miss you guys. I've been gone a little bit. Had some personal real life stuff to take care of, but everything's all good. I miss all of you, and I hope you're doing well. And I'm happy to ring in the new year with you. So, if you follow me on social media, or if you've seen my posts recently in the community tab of my YouTube page, you know that I've been teasing something, a new era, as it were, and yeah. I'm about to tell you what that is and what's going on, and basically the future of everything that I'm going to be doing here on the Cozy Representative from here on out. I've tried to film this video a few different times over the course of the past month or two, because this is something I've been thinking a lot about, and every time I end up talking for literally an hour. And I could sit here and talk about just there's all the different mindsets I've gone throughout running this channel, and the different levels of burnout I've been through, and all that, because there's really a lot to say about the whole journey I've gone through on YouTube, and kind of my mindset throughout the whole thing and how it's changed, me being confused about the direction of the whole thing. But right now, I'm just gonna try my best to give it to you clear and simple and as honest and direct as I can. So, it's January, right? That means that if my math is correct, the Cozy Representative YouTube channel turns 6 years old this month. That's right, in January of 2019 was when I started, and when I started this channel 6 years ago, I was in kind of a weird period in my life, and I was feeling very, particularly nostalgic for my youth, I think. I didn't really like where I was in life, and looking back, I think that I was using nostalgia as a coping mechanism for not being very happy with where I was in the present moment. Alongside that, I became very interested again in the emo bands that I grew up listening to, and wanted to start a YouTube channel talking about those bands. I was in a particular phase of life where I was just super into emo again, as was the scene that I grew up in and the music that I listened to when I was 13, 14 years old. At the time when I started this channel, there weren't really a whole lot of people talking about 2000s emo bands in depth, or sort of sharing their stories, from a I guess music journalistic sort of point of view. I feel like I was, and there's a lot more channels now that talk about that stuff. I'm definitely not the first one to do it, but I think I was a little ahead of the curve, which is cool. And within about a year or two, something happened, stars aligned and the channel started picking up some steam. I've never been the biggest YouTube channel ever, I've got a handful of videos that have gotten over 100,000 views or whatever. I have 50,000 subscribers, which is, decent. I've never been this giant YouTuber or anything, but within a year or two of starting to do, doing the channel, I amassed somewhat of an audience, and, started making money off of my videos, all that. And for the first, 2 or 3 years of doing the channel, I was totally fine with just talking about the emo bands that I grew up with. I was still interested in that stuff, and, really found, I think, kind of a knack for telling those band stories on my channel and whatnot. But slowly over time, and if I could pinpoint it to an exact time frame, it would have been around summer or fall of 2022, so that's 2 years ago now, was when I first realized, wait a minute, I'm getting sick and fucking tired of talking about emo. I'm getting tired of this shit. And that feeling has not gone away. And I have been realizing recently you know, that I need to do something about that. Now listen, you know, to tie this in with current events, I'm not pulling a Finn McKenty on y'all and saying I was never into emo the whole time. I was, you know, I've hit my financial goals, so now I'm out of here. That couldn't be further from the truth for me. I've never made a lot of money from this. I've always done this channel from the root of my own passion. Basically, for the last 2 years, from sort of the end of 2022 until now, I've been in this state of like kind of being burnt out on the channel, kind of being burnt out on just emo as a whole, tired of talking about emo. My tastes, my musical tastes in my personal life have shifted away from emo. I don't really listen to much like emo, like the classic videos on this channel from like 4 or 5 years ago. Like most of the bands that I used to talk about, I'm just not interested in anymore. Just to give a couple specific examples, like a lot of like, you know, anything in the Dance Gavin Dance world, like post-hardcore, like Chiodos type stuff, I just personally like, I don't even really like that music anymore, to be honest. You know, anything in the crabcore, like MySpace, like heavy scene music, which I used to do a lot of videos on because they would always do really well, and I did like listen to some of that stuff in high school. It just, now for whatever reason, I'm just as like a guy who's about to turn 28, I'm like, I feel like I'm like past that stuff. I don't even like to listen to it anymore. Nor do I want to like talk about it on the internet still. I really have no desire to. What I do listen to now, for one reason or another, my music taste has shifted to, here's where I'm at, basically. The stuff I listen to the most is like straight up pop music. Sabrina Carpenter, Usher, Madonna, Lana Del Rey, a lot of like pop girls I really like. Kelly Clarkson, Chappell Roan, these are all artists that I listen to a ton of now and like identify with the most. The second main food group of music for me, I listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of 90s R&B, and a lot of hip-hop. That would be like the third main food group of music. I really don't listen to a whole lot of like alternative type rock guitar music in general anymore. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. And the past couple years of me running this channel, well, just to backtrack for a second, like what I was saying around mid to late 2022, I got tired of talking about emo. That was when I first started noticing that my taste was really shifting away from anything alternative and more into just like straight up mainstream like pop music. And it was around fall of 2022 that I first started dreaming of like making the Cozy Representative just a straight up pop channel. And, you know, at the time, there was a brief period there where I really wanted to kind of go for it, and I did start going for it. I made a video about Kesha. I think I made a video about Soulja Boy. But at the time, it just kind of didn't feel like the right move yet. I kind of felt like I was still in like a transitional period with my music taste, where I was like, I don't really know if I'm like a full-on pop guy now or if I'm just going through a little phase. And I still felt like I had more to cover with like emo being my niche on this channel. So basically I did kind of a move where I was like, alright, I'm gonna keep talking about Warped Tour emo bands because that's what everyone comes to this channel for, and that's what I'm known for, whatever. Because it's scary to when you have an established niche on YouTube, when you try to talk about shit outside of that niche, it's scary. You're like, people aren't gonna give a shit, I'm gonna, you know, whatever. It's like, it feels like putting yourself out on a limb or something. You know, mega imposter syndrome comes into play. So the past couple years I've basically been like, let's combine the original niche of the channel, which is Warped Tour emo, with sort of the niche that I am wanting to go towards in the future, which is straight up pop music. So the last couple years I've been, if you notice, I've still been covering like Warped Tour emo bands, but it's only been the poppiest of the pop type Warped Tour bands that you could possibly cover. Metro Station, what have I done? A Rocket to the Moon, Boys Like Girls, We the Kings, like all that type of stuff. And in my head, I was like, okay, this is like gonna be my transition if I do still want to make this a pop channel, which is what I've been dreaming about. Like, this will kind of be my transition. The plan didn't really go, like, according to plan. People, I feel like, haven't really been able to read between the lines with, like, what I've been doing, because now it seems like people just think I'm a pop punk channel, which I also don't really, like, I'm not trying to be, and I also don't really listen to, like, pop, like, I'm not into, like, Newfound Glory style, like, I've been... I don't know. That's also not what I've been trying to do. But yeah, I've been in this kind of in-between stage for the past couple years of like, I kind of want to do this, but I'm not ready to move on from what I've been doing. But, you know, recently within the past few months, you know, now more than ever, I really feel like I've hit a point where, look, I still love doing YouTube, right? I'm not burnt out on like YouTube currently. But it's hit a point where I just can't talk about like MySpace emo anymore. I would rather not do a channel, period, than like make videos about Alisana or like Bring Me the Horizon. I've hit a point where I need to make a change in order to keep this going, and I need to do what's interesting and authentic to me right now. And I've done a whole ton of thinking about it. I've given myself literally a couple years to kind of really like explore tons of new music and evolve my taste and really hit a point of like conviction, I guess, with what I'm really into currently and what I genuinely want to make videos about on YouTube. And guess what? It's fucking pop music, motherfuckers. I'm a fucking normie-ass motherfucker. I love mainstream shit, and that's what the fuck I want to talk about. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry, because I need to do what I need to do. Again, going back to going back to Finn McEntee and grifting and whatever, I would be a grifter past this point if I just kept talking about like MySpace screamo bands. You know what I'm saying? So basically, in short, I don't want this video to go much longer. So in the new year, I'm going to start making videos about pop artists. And this channel, like, another thing is I'm kind of tired of nostalgia in general. There's a lot of I feel like 2024 was an amazing year for pop in general, pop culture. So many cool artists making big splashes this year. A lot of great albums in the pop world that I want to talk about. And I'm going to start talking about them. One thing I kind of thought about in like gearing up for the new year is like if I were starting a brand new YouTube channel, like starting from scratch, what would I talk about? And it would be like current pop music. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that. I have videos in the works. You know, I would like to say that like at this point, I understand that like not all of you are like gonna be into that kind of thing. And there's probably a portion of you that are like might not be into my videos anymore. And I just want to say that like that's okay. That's fine. Because I don't know. I'm tired of talking about what I used to talk about, and I want to talk about what I'm into now. And if I lose some people from that, you know, it's fine. Because at the end of the day, I thank you for watching the stuff that you were into. The end goal of this channel is not for me to be some, you know, giant like YouTuber or whatever. I just want to talk about the music that I'm interested in. So that's what I'm going to do. And if this is where we part ways, thank you for being into it at any point. I'm incredibly thankful for anyone who's like ever watched this channel or shown any support thus far. That being said, there still will be some emo from me in the future. It's not going to be any type of like metalcore or like or like super niche MySpace subgenre stuff, I still, the only like emo stuff that I still really do want to talk about is like the stuff that I've kind of been doing a lot of in the past couple years, which is like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco type content. Decadence Records, Fueled by Ramen. That's the only like sector of emo that I still like kind of at this point and have any interest in like talking about, to be honest. I want to keep making videos about every different, like at some, between now and like the day that I die, I would like to make a video about every era of Fall Out Boy, every like album era, and every era of Panic at the Disco. And there's still some like Decadence Records bands that I haven't talked about, like Gym Class Heroes, like the rest of Cobra Starship's career, that I am planning on doing in the future. So that part of the emo part of this channel will remain intact. Other than that, I'm pretty much switching to, like, I'm just gonna try and, you know, go after the thing that I've been dreaming about with this channel for the past couple years and just try to be a straight up pop channel and see what happens. The first video of my pop era is going to be about Sabrina Carpenter. It's basically going to be like the classic Cozy Representative format, but instead of being, you know, about some emo fucking screamy band from 2009, it's going to be about Sabrina Carpenter, and it's going to be from my current perspective of like a guy who grew up in the alternative world and, you know, kind of have switched to being more of a pop fan over time. You know, I'm not going to pretend I'm this pop musicologist, and I have been forever. It's going to be from my perspective, and it's going to be still like the Cozy Representative, but, you know, about Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know when that video is going to be done, but it will be soon, and yeah, I'm just going to kind of wing it and see how it goes. And, you know, for those of you who are excited about it, yay, come with me on this journey. For those of you who aren't, again, thank you for riding with me so far. And, you know, I don't know, I'll still be here doing my thing. I hope you can respect it. I want to end off this video saying, just to anybody and everybody who has supported this channel over the past 6 years, thank you, thank you, thank you for, you know, for anyone who's ever just watched a video, subscribed, left a comment, supported me on Patreon, anything. Thank you guys, because this channel, you know, running this channel has become, you know, one of the most important parts of my life. It's my, like, I don't know, it's just my thing now. It's my creative passion. It's my, you know, just the thing that I really love to do. And I wouldn't be able to do this or have done any of this without you guys' support. Without you guys, this channel, you know, would have been nothing, right? So I'm super appreciative for all of you. A sincere thank you for riding along with me all these years. And, yeah, stay tuned for videos about Sabrina Carpenter and probably like Chappell Roan and Ariana Grande and like that kind of thing. That's kind of just what I'm going to try for right now. And more videos about Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco and other things like that. I'm just going to kind of see what unfolds. But this is going to be my new era. And thank you guys for watching and potentially sticking with me. I'm going to cut it off there. Happy New Year's once again. Leave me a comment. Tell me what your New Year's resolution is. And tell me how your holiday break was. I hope it was good. Mine's been pretty chill. Yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Peace.